In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can make more money betting on the lottery simply by predicting the numbers. Now, this is a legit video. This is not a clickbait video, but I will preface the video by saying that I do not bet on the lottery. I think betting on the lottery is stupid, and I don't actually recommend betting on the lottery at all. I make my money from sports betting. I bet on sports for a living, and I've made millions of dollars throughout my career doing this. Betting on sports is a legitimate, effective way to make money because we have tons of data that we can go on to predict the outcome of these sports games and actually turn a profit. And that's what I do for a living. But there is actually a legitimate way that you can improve your chances of winning more by betting on the lottery. And that's what we're going to get into in this video. So first of all, the lottery is a game that goes on in most Western countries where numbers are drawn at random. And if you have the exact same numbers, then you win a prize. Now we have to look at this two ways. The first way we have to look at it is if we can actually predict what numbers are going to come out of the randomized, the computerized machine. So I don't know how they do them in the world, but in the UK specifically, where I'm from, little balls with numbers wrote on them will be dropped into a machine, and whatever number that ball has on it will be one of the numbers that goes into the draw. They'll do this with 6 other numbers, and if you have all 6 of the numbers, you win the jackpot. If you have 5 of the numbers, you win a little bit less money. And so if we look into it a bit deeper, can we predict what number is going to come out? So a machine is choosing these balls at random and they're dropping down. So there's no way of anybody predicting what numbers are inside the machine or what numbers the machine is going to pick unless you had some sort of inside information. You created that computer, you created that machine that picks the numbers, and you could rig it or hack it in some way. We can't do that, right? Even if there was some way to do it, me and you can't do that. So what can we do? Because there is something we can do. Well, something else you have to understand about the lottery is that there's not always one winner. Sometimes there's 2 winners. Sometimes there's 10 winners. Sometimes there's 50 winners. Because as I said, it's based on what numbers people picked in the lottery draw. So if you've won the lottery because you've picked the exact numbers that the machine also picked, but then 100 other people have picked those numbers as well, well then you're going to have to share the prize money with 100 other people, meaning that the money that you earn is way less. It's 100 times less. So a way for us to increase our payout from the lottery is by making sure that we are picking numbers that nobody else is picking. Now this doesn't mean that we have more chance to win the lottery. We're always going to have the same chance.
Chance would be a fine thing.
But it means that if we win the lottery, we're going to win a lot more than we would if we chose other numbers. So if you're already playing the lottery anyway, this is a massive, massive strategy that you need to be taking. Like I said at the start of the video, I don't recommend playing a lottery. It's kind of stupid. The chance to win is so little. But if you're already doing it, you better be doing this, because if you win a lot of money, you don't want to be sharing it with other people. And a chance to win isn't impossible. So we should be taking every precaution to win the maximum amount if we ever do win. Or it's completely randomized. So now the question comes, how can we choose numbers that other people are not choosing? Well, we just look at what the most popular numbers are that people choose. Now I've done some research on this, and I've actually come up with some good information that can help you a lot when you're choosing your lottery numbers next time. So the most popular number that people choose is, what do you think it is? Yes, 7. It's obvious, right? Number 7, the lucky number 7, the most lucky number in the world. That's the number 1 number that people choose when they're playing the lottery, number 7. So if you can avoid playing the number 7, in theory, and backed by data, this is going to give you a higher payout if you do win the lottery. Because the number 7 is no more or less likely to be chosen than any other number by the lottery company, by the machines that choose the lottery winning numbers. But it is way more likely to be chosen by the people playing the lottery. And in turn, if the number 7 is on the winning lottery numbers, then way more people would have chose that number than a random number like 42. So you're going to be competing with way more people for that prize on that one specific number. So we don't want to be using that number. There's no benefits to using that number. There's only negatives. You're just putting yourself in a competition with more people on a number that isn't going to give you more chance to win the lottery. So stop using number 7, right? That's the first piece of advice. The next number that you shouldn't be using is 23. It's the second most popular number. 23 for a long, long time has been seen as some sort of mystical number, some special number. Even in sports, which as I said is the vocation that I make money on, I am a sports bettor full time. That's what I do for a living. And even in sports, the number 23 on players' shirts, on players' jerseys, is sought after massively. David Beckham was number 23 when he played for Real Madrid. David Beckham, one of the most popular footballers of all time. Michael Jordan was number 23 on his jersey when he played basketball. One of the most popular sportsmen of all time. The number 23 is also looked at as to have some special powers in some forms of numerology. So number 23 is very, very common when people are picking their lottery numbers. So you don't want to be using number 23 because again, you're putting yourself in competition with a lot more people, but you're giving yourself no positives. So don't use number 7, don't use number 23. So unfortunately, I couldn't find the third most popular number, but something I did find and something that we can use logic to realize is that the numbers 1 to 31 are more popular than numbers above 31. And the reason for that is because they relate to a birthday. There's a maximum of 31 days in any calendar month, meaning that every single person on this planet has a birthday between the numbers of 0 and 31. So these numbers are going to be chosen a lot more often than numbers from 31 to 51, for example. So if you can avoid the numbers 0 to 31, it's going to give you even more chance to win a lot more money if you do win the lottery one day. We can even go one step further and say the numbers between 1 and 12 are even more likely to be chosen because there's 12 months in a year. So the numbers 1 to 12 will relate to a specific month. If you was born in May, then maybe you choose the number 5 all the time. If you was born on the 30th of May, then maybe you choose the number 30 and the number 5 all the time. So by removing these numbers 0 to 31, you're going to give yourself more chance to win more money if you do eventually win the lottery. There's just as much chance as the numbers 50 to 56 chosen as there is the numbers 1 to 7 by the randomized lottery computers. But there's way more chance that people are putting the numbers 1 to 7 in their lottery tickets than 50 to 56. So let's recap that. Stop using the number 7, stop using the number 23, stop using the number 1 to 31, and within that, even more hot numbers are the numbers 1 to 12. So those are the hottest numbers, meaning that those are the numbers used most by people around the globe in your country when they're picking out lottery numbers. So if you can avoid those numbers, and if you do win, then you're going to win a lot more money than if you chose random numbers, or if you chose 7 or 23 or 2 or 4 or 21. So that's it for the video. This is a legitimate way to make you more money when you're betting on the lottery. So I'll just close out the video by saying stop betting on the lottery. It's kind of stupid, but if you're going to do it, you're going to do it anyway, and you might as well do it with some actual facts, some actual data to back it up, and you might as well give yourself a little bit of a better chance of earning more money than you had prior to watching this video. So hopefully you learned something from this video. Good luck on your bets, and I'll see you in the next video for more tips and tricks like this.